Man, this is just so clearly my favorite game I'm playing right now. There's a 2-week hiatus, but then now I'm just back. The leak is, oop, there it goes. The seal is unbroken again. No, the seal is broken again, and now I just want to spend every moment I can with the game again, and then I'll be like, okay, I guess I gotta go back to the other ones again. Then you gotta do the upkeep each time. Anyway, new base. It's funny, I'm sounding all positive, but I have some negative emotions right now. Here's the new base. Kind of neat. You can stick a moon pool to a moon pool, which is neat. And I think you can just stick other modules out of moon pools. It's easy to get in a trap of thinking about in terms of like attaching stuff to your main building, but you can just like attach things to each other if you can just find the right position where things will spot up. Things were a little tense building this because the whole time I'm like, am I gonna get surprised? And nah, surprisingly, like it feels like a dangerous spot because we are by the floating islands, and the it's called New Seamonkey because it's like it's somewhere like it's within like 100 meters of Camp Seamonkey, which was like down there ish, I think. A lot of these a decent number of these modules were just deleted from Camp Seamonkey and rebuilt here, and some were deleted from the original base and rebuilt here. I forgot to rename it again. I kept forgetting to rename it. I was gonna call it Old Twisty because it has we know something about the region now, and home is not as helpful anymore. Still a decent landmark potentially to keep around, or maybe not. I guess not really. I don't know. I actually don't need. It's like the drop pod, I guess, where I can turn it off if I need it, but there's a decent chance I might never need to go there again. Am I getting cold? You really do have to swim around to warm up when you're underwater, I guess. I definitely thought I'd be under attack a lot when I was building this place. And thought it might be a dangerous location. Which is funny because the last place I built at seemed safe, and then immediately was like, there's a massive nightmare monster right outside my base. But while I very occasionally see a cuttlefish, I don't really see them around that much. I think yep, I'm swimming just enough to get the highlights of its fin. Yeah, there you go. There's a cuttlefish out there. If I go just a little further this direction, things get all the bright green color that this environment sort of tends to be. Might have been better to build a little further that way for some better ocean color or something, because of how zones are treated or whatever. I don't know. Like many things, even when I'm doing it off camera and given a lot of time, the process of building just is time consuming enough, and like stuff you build then has stuff you can't remove now without transporting every single individual object, that even when I give myself a lot of time, I still run into things where I'm just like, ah, fuck, I would have preferred to do that differently, and I could do it differently, but I'd have to redo so much shit, so I don't. Currently there's just 4 solar panels and a bioreactor. I wanted to make more solar panels, I think, but so far it hasn't really been much of a problem, but I haven't been running the scanner room. But here's your interior here. We have the big room you guys saw me build before. I didn't build anything new, except these partitions, technically. Everything else I've saved for on camera as far as building anything that's actually new. But yeah, there's a partition system that we unlocked in that last place, where you can build little walls, and they snap to really specific locations. And it's a little finicky and awkward. I wanted to have a starting, like, room once I knew that these existed, and have all my stuff be in here, like last time, and as you can see, it's just cleaner, and it's not mixed in with other parts of the base, and I can just use all this wall space. This one's not labeled yet, because there's just an extra locker left over. I still have my 2 organics, because there's a lot of organic stuff. That's my overflow one, so it's pretty nice. I want to have an opening room, and then a door leading into the rest of the base, but not an actual door, just an opening. But you can't do a middle one. This is one partition, and that's another partition, and they're split right perfectly down the middle, so you can't just have an opening right here. Unless you can put the door... Oh, you can put the door directly on the wall. But I didn't want to use a door. I think doors are annoying. I just wanted to have space. So I guess I could have put an actual door there, but instead I just had 2 symmetrical openings on the sides. And I put this partition sticking away from the wall a little bit, partly because it gives you this little space to put like a locker. This is my supplies and salvage and whatever. This is kind of my miscellaneous locker right now, and that one's also kind of a miscellaneous locker, but it's just kind of jammed in there. So this partition sticks out a little bit, then goes that way, which gives me a nice smooth wall, and just kind of looks nice. and makes the doorways look that way, but it's mostly just for the sake of it, I suppose. But it does give me a space for that little locker, which is nice. Couple reinforcements, which is just enough to deal with that for now. Gonna need more in the future. There's currently... So one poster is here. Poster. Two posters are here, clipping through each other. I can't get them. I think I discovered a bug. F8. You can't get posters back off of partitions. Pick up posters from placed on partition. Yeah, clarity of language or whatever the fuck. Blah blah blah. It replies, bug, I guess? Frowny face. There you go. My first ever feedback. I encountered actual bugs in these games that mattered, but this was a stupid one. There, that's the feedback system. Coffee is here. Modification system, power cell, battery charger, there's cyclotron. I literally just... What's really nice about building some stuff like this when you're moving it is you can just delete it from the previous base and the exact parts go in your inventory. So then you just go to the new base and you know you can build it because you still have those parts in your inventory. So I just can build them immediately without having to go through all the stuff and figure out what items I need and so on, which is nice. At least if I remember to use that flow. But yeah, but the big central thing is this. Wow, that was a perfect 180. I got my wish! It's a horizontal big tank. It has a horrifying reflection, as you can tell, that looks like shit, has nothing to do with what's behind me, and completely is opaque as fuck, and you can't see into the tank. So even when I fucking... The big room aquarium has a nightmarishly view ruining opaque reflection. They make you type feedback in the form of a tweet. It's less than a tweet actually, because they're 280 now. You have to do less than general? There you go. Feedback sent. Hooray. But yeah, that fucking monkey paw curl, I guess, because I was like, yay, I got it. Kind of, I don't know what's up with this nightmarishly chrome roof, but whatever. But the biggest thing is definitely the fact that it's hard to see inside this thing because there's some sort of control panel reflection thing, which was not a problem in the previous one. So that's a bummer. But yeah, there's a separate aquarium for the big, it's not even a different item. I just like tried to place it, and I'd already placed this bioreactor, and so this aquarium just auto-filled these two slots. Because there's like, as I said before, there's like 4 slots. 1, 2, 3, and 4. No, 4. Those are like the major slots where you put a major thing down. And so, since that one was covered and that one was covered, it just auto-filled these 2 slots. It makes me want to make... It'd be a pain because I'd have to tear everything up again, including the plants, and also these guys are really big. So the larger guys in here are now a 3x3 inventory slot. I think one of them might have been a 4x4, might have been that guy. Yeah, if you're wondering about like why didn't we get to see this on camera, not only was it really tedious and lots of driving back and forth, it took me like 3.5 hours to move stuff from the other base and rebuild this place and so on. It's not worth it, I swear. But I definitely wonder if I make another big room like over there, next door or something, and I put an aquarium in it. Will it just fill all 4 slots? And will it still only cost the same amount as 1 or something? I don't know. It just auto-filled these 2 slots, and I was very happy with that. So I moved the, I think there's redwort in here. Yeah, there's redwort. There's spiral plants. They're still growing. I was up late last night. Later than I meant to be. I really thought, seizure warnings and shit. Definitely thought I'd be done faster than I was. But we got there eventually. They're still doofy and crashing with each other, and this poor Titan Holefish, that's what he's called, he just completely flips over on a regular basis for all the collisions he's making. I definitely wonder if I can stack another one below this one or above it and make it a very long and very tall room. I might make it literally an entire side structure that's just a super Titan aquarium building. And in that situation, I just wish you could remove the floors, basically. I just want to have like a 4-story or 3-story tall room. Hi, buddy. A 3-story tall room with a giant aquarium in it, and you can see the whole thing from one floor and not have to go between the floors because, you know, the floors are here, which I don't want. Yeah, here we got the, once again, Bowser Time and Daddy are both docked at the same time. This is literally the vehicle upgrade console from the previous base, just deleted and rebuilt. Most of the stuff's rebuilt except for, I left the scanner room and the command room there, and a few other things. The aquarium I just rebuilt. But yeah, they're just both docked over here, which is nice. It's cool that you can just put the moon pools end to end. For some reason I just didn't think that would be a feature. I'm not really sure why. I guess it's just because the multi-purpose rooms or whatever just feel like they're the modular thing everything can slot into. Like you can, I guess you could probably build a room there. Probably, like how I put something chained end to end with the scanner room in our previous base. Da 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 da. So it's the super range one, but it's real big. We could do the reveal if we want to, of like how much bigger it gets. But yeah, here's the, inactive. These guys are all fully grown, it looks like. I tried to put these down in an early part of the process, because, didn't want to wait for them to grow. So we've moved on to the pepper trees and the Preston's plants. The nuts have been left behind at the previous 2 bases, because both of the previous 2 bases have nuts in them. I got stuck. There's room for a door here, but nothing's there yet. Here's the filtration machine. When I placed it, the aquarium wasn't here because I was planning on putting it over there by the stuff over there, and it auto expanded over to here, which makes this cramped and awkward. But it was a good surprise regardless, so I'm happy with that. But yeah, this is at this point a fully functional base. Took a long time to make. So here's how big this is. This is the normal size scanner room, similar to the one we saw at Camp Seamonkey, because that was just like here, but like down there-ish. It's like within 100 meters of here. And we can just watch it like explode outward and take a drink of water. You can do it. Did I say water? I lied. It's lemon Sal Pellegrino. Oh my god, it filled the frame. So there's a lot to take in. Once again, I think they could really revise how they render this. I think that the scanner room, because the Subnautica 1 had much larger and somewhat less granular level design, the big swooping caverns and shapes mapped better to the scanner room. In this game, it's really like packed and detailed, so in many of these cases there's some spots like this cool thing you can look down at that's like a gulch or whatever the fuck the right word is. And like this looks nice. This looks okay. But then like a lot of this you're just like, what the fuck am I looking at? Having like some color gradients based on height would be nice. Having some kind of way of browsing this in any better way would be nice. Like how do you make sense of this? But yeah, if my first base is on the other side of the island, then you can see up there it's the island here. So we're now on the other side of the island. So I'm mapping a full kilometer. First, no, logs back. So we now have like a kilometer up here, and like a kilometer over here. Or maybe just here? Or something? Something around here is being mapped. I don't know how big this map is. There's there's 2 rules we were always told in our classes in geology about maps, because, you know, maps mattered in geology too, obviously. Stop creaking. It's not a map unless it has a compass and a scale. Well, guess what? This one has a compass and a scale. They're unreadable though. It is a real map that is too low resolution, and I can't zoom in on it or anything. I could guess what these mean. This might be 1 kilometer. It's like you might be able to scale that. Like each of these, that even might line up with one of these squares. No, these are These are latitude and longitudinal lines. That's how it normally works, and that's why they're rectangular, because the latitude and longitude aren't the same dimension. Then they kind of shift based on where you are on the planet a bit. Their proportions. So that's our scale, and we can't read its units, so it's hard to tell. But something like that and that. Got some big chunks of map searched here. This might be further highlighting what I thought before, by the way. I think I said before that I wonder if the cuttlefish, which I was afraid of and all that, but then I kind of punched one in the face, and now I've seen much worse things in this game. I thought those were leviathans. Maybe they're not, because a glow whale is on here, and the chelicerates is on here. There's a chelicerates, so that's cool. Love knowing that's within range of my base. It's apparently over there. I'm guessing my previous base location was overlooking. It's probably right here, because I came out of my base facing the hole, turned left, and there was a chelicerates there. So that's probably the one I saw. That might be worth exploring, whatever's going on in that hole. I don't think I've gone there yet. But yeah. That's neat. Ooh. 2 chelicerates in the same... Okay, that might have been where I built my base, because it was probably shallower. There's 2 of them there. I'm not in range of the ones on this side, apparently. The ones that we know about already. Or more acquainted with. Is this just like a huge pit? Where is... This is curious, right? What stands out to me is if I go further into this lily pad zone, it looks like there's a huge island and then a downward place. Is that the architect body cache? I'm facing that direction, right? Maybe. No, that looks like it's below me directly, which I'm like right here. Like that's like... I don't think that quite lines up. I think that the body cache is somewhere in the nightmare zone. But yeah, I don't generate much power, so let's turn this off. I'm disappointed by my findings overall. There's creature eggs. There are fragments, but we have decent reason to think that I found all the tech here, because I already did search for fragments before. There is not a single... Yeah, there's uranite crystals. There's not a single, what's it called? Ion cube. So that's not really much of a lead on that perspective. There are, there's no data cubes or data modules or whatever, which are the good leads. Fragments are shit, because this place is full of nests. So the game being like, wow, there's fragments is not very exciting, because we know that. I kind of gave up getting them all because there were so many fragments that I was tired of hearing about them. Alright, let's grab some of these. I hate this. It should not be this hard to grab stuff from Preston plants. It's such a pain in the ass. I've given up on them before several times, where I'm like, I'm gonna get stuff from this Preston plant, and it's like, there's a berry right there, but I'll just run in circles around the plant, and I can't get an angle on it, and you can't crouch in this game, which is the main way you would try to fix that in certain situations. I'm supposed to get leaves, not the thingies. Shit. Huh, I didn't break it. Yeah, the berries are used for planting the plant. That's my bad. Anyway, that was my, I guess, 20-minute intro. What, longer than I meant for it to be, but here we are. Definitely want to investigate that direction I just looked in. That looks like it's got a weird combination of being above ground and below ground. Like, there's kind of a lot going on there. Just get rid of those. Don't need those. But yeah, before I do that, I should deal with the pangling situation, because that's our new development, and I still have more tech to potentially make too. So we'll focus on that stuff for now. But yeah, I had a lot. I had a tour to give you guys, and you guys probably liked it. I don't know. I frequently think a lot of this stuff has got to be really boring.
Well, Captain.
and yet it has the Subnautica playthroughs have like better viewership retention than like anything ever. There's really time to stop worrying about what's boring or not, except for the parts where, you know, I'm already using my best judgment probably correctly. As fun as it is to be like, see, they just like everything, it's like, no, I'm not gonna make 3 hours of me being bored while transferring stuff between 2 bases. That's not... no. So if I force myself to commentate over it for 3.5 hours straight and then put it out as a giant video, then I'm overworking. But if I put it out as a series of short videos for like 6 parts, then people are like, wow, you really ruined this playthrough with your 6 parts of slowly driving back and forth between these places to make a second base that, frankly, you don't even need to make. You just felt like it because you wanted to make a rectangle room. But you... yeah... When I get in a range, I think it'll pop up on my radar, because actually the other base, which has a ton of solar panels and is running pretty well, should probably still be powered on. And it's the last thing it was doing was searching for the penguin duty. Or maybe it won't, I don't know. Either way, I'm fairly sure this is the spot again. Okay, let's leave you outside. I think this particular spot was my nemesis. I just drop you, basically. What's up? Companionship level infiltration value. Oh my god. The mouse only makes it look up and down. Use WASD to steer it. Finally, at long last, I can get the little dickheads that taunted me so. Was it just the 3 of them? Oh hey, we can see ourselves. Look at that. Staring into space. Mysteriously. Hold Q to self-destruct? How about no? Yeah, I should empty that out before I go deeper. Unit Peng Jack. We don't want to go inside and then find something cool and then be like, well, I filled up on diamonds, so... Or there's nothing here. My view is somewhat restricted. That's what spacebar does. You can go heavy on it. No, I guess it was just some diamonds. Hopefully there's better ones around here. I assume this is what my radar thing brought me to, right? At this point, I would say we probably poke around looking for other instances of that. Would be a little helpful if any of my scanner bases were close enough to effectively search this island, because then we'd have them on my HUD. But I don't... I've done enough base building lately. I don't think I need to build another base right now. Might lose my mind a little bit. I think there really is a direct feedback of, like, you hear that sound, there's a pangling spot nearby, and that's more or less the sitch. He had himself this nice little office and everything, and now it's all fucked. But I think there was a little research station in, like, one of the main caves where I encountered the food stuff. My nut trees. Interesting hitbox. Ow. They really oversell the damage because you're not really taking any damage. There was like a little camp, right? Don't disappoint me. I got my new toy. Where do I use it for a meaningful thing? I would assume you get like some kind of research out of this. There's penglings here. You guys have a spot nearby? Let's see. The vent. So I know that this spot's not useful, or that area down there, because the pangling thing can't go underwater. What, should I approach you guys? Friend. Hello, friend pangling. This thing's adorable, but I don't know what it's good for. Infiltration value's going up. What does that mean? No one down again. Is it based on my proximity to them? The very literal sense of I'm very high level companionship and infiltration.
Hypothermia imminent.
Oh, I'm dying. Like one of them there are VR problems. You forget about the real life you and you're like, oh fuck, he's dying. Alright. So it doesn't seem to interact with the penguins. So that is its own disappointment. TBH. Can I find that camp again? Okay, staircase is a good sign. No. One of these caves had like a little camp in it. Like a little research station. And I think it had a blinky dot thing next to it. A beeper. Whatever you want to call the thingy. That shows up on my radars. God, it all looks the same around here. I have no idea where I'm going. I went down there a second ago. You? Can you be the one? I can get my mech back at least, I guess. Can I actually? Uh-oh. Can I get back up there? Oh no, I jumped like a... embarrassingly. Oh. I really fucked this up. I have to like find my way back into the other side of that cave. Oh, this might be the place. Yeah, this is the big one. There you go. I was wrong. There's no blinky thing here. It's just this place. Researching this hot space. And that's it. Well, this is disappointing. I've been playing this game for a bit. You would think I would know more penguin locations to send it in, but I don't think I do. Maybe it'll come up. Maybe I'm supposed to take my penguin with me during the land segments, and then that's when it finally will come up. I think that might have literally just been a payoff of how to get those diamonds I saw earlier. And nothing else. Really wish I could point this down. I don't want to bring my flashlight everywhere, that's annoying. But thankfully, despite how dramatic she is about it, fall damage is very low.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Well, this was a big old waste of time, wasn't it? Yes, sirree. It sure was. That's up on land, it definitely. Really highlights how big the island is, though. When you look at places like that, and you're like, wow, the dock is over 100 meters away. Whee! There's those guys again. I kind of wonder if I should just hang out on one of these guys, see where they take me. I really wish my character would stay still on it. You can even hear my mech walking backwards off of this thing, which is really annoying. It won't just stay on it. I definitely am worried it's going to walk me straight towards one of those things I don't want to see. You will die. I must defend this jellyfish with my life. If not, if must be. Dude, he wants to fall off. I do have to hope he won't take me over some, like, if I do fall off, I have to hope it's not deep enough that I'll just die or something. But I'm hoping that's not the case. Ooh. Colorful. I feel like I could quickly hit a point where I have no idea where I am. These are entirely exploratory measures. I'm taking big risks. This is the risks episode. Where I try multiple different things and they could all just be boring things with no payoff. How exciting. That's a bad sound. Yep, there's the bad visual. Cool. Cool. Love that. Please don't go closer to it. Take me to your daddy. The problem with the idea of triangulating my path is that there's no map in this game. Maybe you could do some really clever shit with beacons and a lot of time. But overall, I don't know how to use the movement of this thing to figure out where its Big Daddy will be. There's just the occasional distant light. But overall, I have no idea where I am right now. Which is actually a really bad plan. My big Reaper attack was the result of me getting caught off guard and losing track of what direction I was in. Uh-oh, God. He's really big. Why is he so big? Please let me see a thing so I can just break off and go towards it and not hang out on you anymore. Weren't you supposed to be in pairs before? God, look how badly my character wants to fall off. Fuck, he's coming. What? Nope. 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 No! I don't like it. Alright. Attempts were made. Fuck, the thing is so big, I hate it. I lost it. I don't even know where the... I don't know where the jellyfish was. You doing alright, buddy? I think I might have taken bonus damage. That was more than normal. That might have been because I was just colliding with the jellyfish the whole time, and collisions are weird in this game and keep hurting you, even if it's like you standing on a thing as a guy that stands on things. God damn it. So the answer is that thing very slowly... It very slowly moves. I'm not even that far away from my base still. And overall, I guess I just have to make a guess about where it might be circling. Which I actually might have information on. Honestly, it might be circling the big thing on my map. Here's another one. Can't see it. It definitely seems to come in from that side. Then it swoops around the side of the camp. So it seems to come from this direction. Let's go to my base. So it kind of seems like it might be off in that direction. Is like the main spot. I am once again considering checking something out purely out of curiosity's sake and not because I actually have a waypoint telling me to go there. But I'm not very comfortable with it. I'm not very comfortable with the idea that I don't Jesus. Flashing lights are unpleasant. I'm not particularly comfortable with the idea that I just don't really know... Can you stop that? Okay. Where it might go. And yeah, exploring in certain directions might go somewhere new. So it looks like... So it goes past my camp in this direction, towards the hill. Then it goes through Chalcerite territory, which we know is over here because I scanned them earlier. So it goes over through that. I probably jumped into one of these cracks when I fled. So it's like somewhere over there. The south-southwest, which is not the same place as this thingy, which also looks interesting. I guess I got two separate things I could potentially investigate, you know, besides my actual objectives. I still don't have a fucking snow fox, and I don't know how to get one. Maybe you just get one when you go on land? That might be the case. I keep hoping for that to come up at some point. I have too many diamonds. Wow, what a problem to have. I mean, that's it. We're recharged. Let's look into my many remaining blueprints, actually. And I'll pick a expedition for next episode. The docking module. Take your prawn suit with you. Requires a playsteel ingot. Am I still struggling with titanite? No. Not at the moment. More interested in the docking one than the sleeping one. I might skip the sleeping one entirely. Could be a failure of imagination, but I just don't remember. I can't think of why I'd want to sleep. I haven't slept a single time in this entire game. 2 lithium. 2 lithium. 3 lead. 2 whatever the white one is. Okay, we're good. But being able to tow your other vehicle, I can see that being nice. Oh... I see the mistake I've made. I don't have a, how much does it cost? Can't cost that much to make, right? I made that ages ago. Deployables. Mobile vehicle bay. A computer chip. It's a little expensive. Not a massive problem, but it's not nothing. Lube. I'll do it. For the sake of saving us some time. Copper wire. Gold. I think a second one of these. Yeah, I can't. I realized, like, oh yeah, I can't build chunks of bay. I can't build vehicle chunks without the mobile vehicle bay. You can't build them in your moon bay, moon pool, moon thingy. Definitely need to get more titanium. I just made the titanium thing. I always stop right when I have all the stuff I need. Without, like, actually being like, oh yeah, other steps. One potential downside to having a base this deep is that the mobile vehicle bay will be harder to find. Let's see. I'll need to tow it, so let's bring the sea truck. A little awkward to back into something. Okay. Let's put it directly over this crash. Because that is a thing I can remember the location of. That's not a good sound, is it? I think that's the sound of a chalcerite. Okay, putting it right over here might not be the best plan just because these guys are annoying. Yeah, you can see him coming up again. They have a really regular pattern. It is funny that when you're in here, you do have like a whole getting around path. This is a weird visual. I feel like this is supposed to work this way. Boop. No. There it is. It's a big one. Ah! Ah! You gotta send it out. So yeah, it's over the wreckage. That's how I'll find it. A little bit of a kind of maybe a better milestone than putting it, or reference point than putting it directly over my base. Did I accidentally build what I need for the sleeper module instead of the docking module? I did. God damn it. It's an advanced wiring kit. Damn it, that's what happens when you pin both. Stop it. This is what I get. No, let's take you with me. It's still faster than going alone. What did I just do? The fuck away from me. There it is. You even got individual health bars for each component of your truck. Even if I don't find it actively useful, it would be just kind of nice to build my ridiculous truck and see all the different segments going around. Because I like the idea of it, I just don't know when I'd use it. Because yeah, like it feels like a thing you'd be worried about how fragile it is, how well it gets in and out of places, other problems. Can't just punch things in the face. A thing to be valued. So it's a second computer chip. Okay. This got a little bit out of hand compared to what I was going for. All for a thing I probably won't use. I just want to build it though. Did I grab my 2 silver? That's all of my silver, folks. So get ready for some quick regrets. Okay, now we have all the pieces I need. Yeah, definitely one change to get used to is once you build chunks for this guy, he no longer has the quick exit and boarding process. Suddenly, exiting or boarding makes you just stand there inside the truck, and then you have to figure out how to go from there to where you want to go. Which in certain situations could trip you up. Yeah, I can go that way, or I can go this way. That one doesn't have an animation. That's also a weird element of this game. There's just things that have animations and things that don't. Sometimes you teleport and you're like, what? Docking module. I just want to see it carry my other dude. My other, better, cooler dude. Hello, sea whale, I assume? So that's neat. Now I gotta go pick them up. Which is you find the colorful door, the one that's not just a black void, I guess. You try to back into it, and then it takes a few attempts, and then you shock this guy. It's part of the boarding process. Fuck you. Okay. Beep. Did I miss? Where am I? I missed, okay. This isn't easy. Like, it's actually like its own awkward thing. On Earth, it's easy to tell what direction's what. Because you're not in an infinite blue void. But unless you carefully check your compass, turning around 180 degrees is a surprisingly hard challenge in a blue void. Alright, I want to see this thing in action. Actually, I want to see it from the inside, too. Hello. Weird screen. That. exists. Another, so now the exit's up here, maybe? Or maybe it's not? Oh, it is up there, but you click on the ladder. Oh, that's a almost animation, and then you just kind of get sucked out of a wall. Okay. That's interesting. So it's the docking compartment. It looks like it's gonna go there. So maybe this one always has to be in the back. If you're gonna carry your prawn suit, maybe the docking module can only be in the back, because I kind of thought you would dock via the bottom, like you do with the moon pool. But that would fuck up your profile and make it hard to navigate. So it makes sense that it's kind of like a bike rack. So how do I use it? Do I just go into it? Yep. Look at him. Look at all of the things that I spent the most resources on all in one place. Easily destructible in their combinedness. I can lose everything I care about all at once. Exit sea truck. Eject docked vehicle. There's an individual ejection. I just go in here and grab these fish up. Just eat them right now. I don't see any eject here. But over here, there's a disconnect modules button. Let's swoosh around. Do I... Yeah, I think the speed change is noticeable. It still has the quirk that when you use anything besides basically a Cyclops, you can just go floop and floop, and it has there's no turning radius problems. You can just spin, which is pretty funny. It probably looks pretty funny from the outside, at least. The other feature it has is you can do this, just like they said in all of the lore, where you disconnect the other modules. I assume they stay together. Did it even disconnect? Okay, it did. Yeah. Just if I don't move, it's not obvious. Can I go inside still? Not that one. There you go. So it's currently powered off. But it's just hanging out. This could be useful. If nothing else, it would have been nice earlier when I had to move to the new base. So just whenever I need to use one vehicle to tow the other vehicle, that's nice. That means when if I go on an expedition like we did with the icebergs and I die, and then that vehicle's stuck there, and I don't want to go there outside of a vehicle, I can take the sea truck there, and then I can tow it back with me, and I don't have to worry about the fact that that no matter what, you have to do a naked trip to there so that you can take a vehicle back. That's kind of neat. Bye! And there he is. I feel bad for the developers a little bit. I mean, I don't know what the data is, but the sea truck's really fucking cool. Like, it's really cool. I think we can all agree it's really cool. But I also think a lot of us agree that we don't really want to use it. That both can be true. Like, a lot of work went into that, and I love all of its little modules, and the idea behind that stuff is really cool. But just in practice, I don't find myself ever wanting to get in the sea truck. Which is weird, because the prawn suit creates problems for me actively. But it also feels like it solves some of those problems. It's got that nice storage just built into it without any modifications, although you do need to modify it, I guess, but you need to like invent modules for it or whatever. It does quick little punches, it can mine for you. But yeah, it has mobility problems because I still haven't unlocked the grappling hook, which is annoying. And yet somehow I still prefer it. And it's a little hard to explain. Though yeah, it does make me feel bigger. Why did I get that? Oh, I got that for the sleeping module that I don't actually want to make. For the docking module, and the chip. Put those back. And that's basically it for now? Yeah, okay. I'm gonna skip on making a sleeping module. Maybe later. I'm gonna run out of resources pretty quickly if I make every module, and that one is very interesting. I still can't make the fabricator module. I don't know how I do this, where I discover interesting looking stuff. This is easily the most useful one. It's the one that lets you craft, and it's like, I don't know. I lost track of getting the rest of it somehow. Kind of brutal sometimes. The propulsion cannon. Propulsion cannon allows you to do some grabby shit with your prawn suit. I don't know if I can use the propulsion cannon on enemies though. I think that's what the torpedo's for. Which creates a little bit of an awkward situation because I don't know if I can... Oh, torpedo arm. I accidentally scrolled down a little bit more. I think I might skip the propulsion cannon. I think it just does what the propulsion cannon does. It's just conveniently on your prawn suit. But I barely have uses for the propulsion cannon so far, so I'm gonna need a bit of more of a cell for that. The sea truck horsepower upgrade. An afterburner. How do I get the rest of those? Maybe at some point. Alright, well, this is nearly an hour long. Regardless of how much I got done, it's time to stop.